All right, still in the spirit of the New Year celebration, we're about to take a look at this particular topic. Yes, analyzing the New Year message of Governor Monday Okpebholo, the impact on Edo citizens, all right? Then after this talk, we'll now delve into the problem of the crisis within the local government. We may have two sets of discussion, but for now, I have seasoned analysts here with me in the studio, and of course, visually. Let me start by introduction from my extreme left, Chief Mohammed Audu. Thank you so much for joining me on this show. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you very much.
All right. So very close to me is another political analyst. Yes, Okpebholo Christopher, right? Yes, Charles, Okpebholo, sorry, Charles Okpebholo. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And I have Apostle Noble Amondia. Thank you so much for coming on today's show. All right. All the way from US, yes, New Jersey, I have Honorable Igariba. Honorable, thank you so much for joining us via Zoom.
Happy New Year, Wilson, and thanks for having me.
And join us virtually also, he was a one-time local government boss. Yeah, he was also one time in Edo State Assembly. He is an activist. Join me to welcome Honorable Destiny Inabulele. Destiny, thank you so much for joining us virtually.
Yeah, Mr. Wilson, let me appreciate you and I thank ITV management for yet another opportunity. Happy New Year.
Honorable Destiny. Well, before we start with this discussion, let's get to, have a listen to this snippet of the governor's speech.
State. As we round off activities for the year 2024 and embrace 2025, I extend to you my warmest greetings and heartfelt wishes for a prosperous new year. The year 2024 presented us with its own set of challenges, but it was also a year of remarkable achievements. On November 12th, 2024, I and my Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, came on board, and since then, Edo State has been witnessing a steady growth. As a people, we have shown resilience, determination, and unwavering spirit. I am confident that 2025 will be a year of more progress and transformation. My administration will continue to prioritize the welfare of the people. As you have noticed, Edo State is safe again, as we are continuously securing the state from crime and criminality. We have started massive construction of roads. The construction of Ramat Park Flyover, Upper Mission Road Extension, Ekiwa Road, Ute Palace Road, and Catholic Charismatic Renewal Road in Upper Ekewa, just to mention a few, are currently ongoing. We are also collaborating with the federal government to ensure that the Benin-Auchi Expressway becomes motorable as soon as possible. Renovation works have begun in many of our public schools. Only recently, I approved 500 million naira monthly subvention for the Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, as a way of reviving the institution. With your support, a new Edo will rise again. I urge you to continue to support my administration and the federal government under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Mr. President means well for our dear country, and I am optimistic that his bold policies will yield positive results in 2025. The Deputy Governor, Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa, and I wish you all a happy and prosperous new year. God bless Edo State. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
All right, some may just say this speech is too short. Others will be like, it is straight to the point, no need for so much grammar. This is what he has in store for Edo citizens. Let me start up with you, Aldo Mohammed, what do you feel about the speech so far by the governor?
Thank you very much, Brother Winston. It is very clear that the governor went straight to the point. There is no need for too many grammar. I went straight to the point to hit what the government has done, 2 months in office, heading into 2025, and he picked them. It's very easy, so that those people understand where the government is driving to. So for me, it is very clear that the government, headed by Senator Okpebholo, understands what they're doing. So the speech was very straight to the point, and that is how it should be, so that the people can understand what the government is saying. There's no need for too many
Grammar.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Charles, do you share his view? Before talking about what he talked about in that particular speech, some might say, come on, this is not a speech, just like, hurriedly done and all that.
Yeah, we should just, I should join this point. Why? Because it make a good introduction by even letting the Benin people know, what he has for them. The speech is okay. We appreciate him for that. His Our Excellency to even give us some little grades, talking about the security, allowing people to know the next level, which is very good, that we should properly listen and see how is he going to exhibit all these things that he has given us. So I appreciate him.
You appreciate him?
Yeah.
All right, Apostle.
Yes, very well. I appreciate the governor. I think the speech, in terms of what a speech should be, the structure, the grammatic structure of his speech was complete. So, and he went straight to the point, so I align with my fellow panelists here. That the speech was on point, and given the fact that the governor has not really been known for many speeches, from campaign to this point in time, I think that's the way he sees things pragmatically, and he went straight for it. And again, Nigeria as a country, we are people that are used to long speeches and little action. So if he takes a different turn, that would be good for us. Let's see how it plays out in practice.
All right, now let me move straight down to where Destiny is. Some are saying this is the shortest speech given by a governor in history. He might not just have much to say about what he has in store for Edo people. Destiny, what do you have to say about the speech before diving into some of the things he mentioned?
Yeah, Mr. Wilson, again, I can't. ITV management. You see, ordinarily, I won't have joined my voice in trying to x-ray what this speech looks like, because whether you like it or not, he is presiding over our collective patrimony. It's not the patrimony of the APC alone. It's a patrimony of the Edo people. It is very unfortunate. I have listened from the day one of this present administration, and some persons are saying that the piece was just concise or perhaps went straight to the point. What do they expect from the fallout from budget presentation? For me, well, I'm short of words though, but by and large, I think the people, according to what they will say in the local palace, what you order for is what you got. So for us, the Edo people, I know that this is not what the Edo people ordered for. Whether you like it or not, it's still under litigation. So for us, and for me as a person, it's what I expect. It's what I expect.
It's like you're not happy about it.
About what?
About the duration of the speech. I want to complain about.
Mr. Wilson, I think we don't need to be or perhaps we shouldn't allow our political inclination to becloud our sense of, objective reasoning. This is not speech. It is not.
I will come back to you, Honorable Destiny said there is no speech, no cloud objective reasoning, because some are saying this is like the shortest speech in history. Let's move over to New Jersey, where Honorable Iyegariba is standing by. Honorable, of honor to you, what do you feel about the duration of the speech? We'll be talking about the duration, that doesn't really make sense, because maybe peradventure the governor doesn't know what to say, doesn't have much to say.
Thank you, Wilson. Let's not forget, on the 12th of November, the governor was sworn in. On the 10th of December, he made a budget presentation. There was a speech during his swearing in on the 12th of November. The budget presentation itself on the 10th of December was a speech. And just barely 3 weeks after the budget presentation is the new year. So why bother people with lengthy speeches? It is not time for speech. He has hit the ground running. This is time to do and not to talk too much. So what he did was to give a concise Happy New Year speech, reassure people in a very concise manner of what the future beholds in 2025. And of course, very briefly told the people of the progress that has been made so far with regards to projects that are ongoing. I think that is as good as they come. Anything more would have been superfluous and overboard, in my opinion.
Thank you so much, Honorable. He said there's no time for so much speech that he went straight to it. But let's dive down into what he opined, talking about our governor. He talked about 500 million naira monthly subvention to Ambrose Ali University. Do you think people will benefit from that vis-a-vis the tertiary institution when you talk about Ambrose Ali University?
My brother, the truth of the matter is this. The government has hit the ground running. Before now, AA used to have a subvention of about 42 million or thereabout. Now we have a governor who thought it wise to say, okay, no, you cannot run this institution with this amount of money. You know, take this. So you'll be able to drive the institution, because whether we like it or not, AAU is our pride in Edo. As one of our the oldest university we have in Edo State. And they need money to run. And the government have looked at it and said, no, if 500 million naira, kickstart with it, and build the institution back the way it was. I believe maybe probably on this table, many of us went to that school, and it's our pride. And whether I like it or not, 500 million naira is what it is. The government has hit the ground, as I said before. There is the issue of speeches, whether it is lengthy, whether there is grammar. I think that does not have anything to do with governance. The most important thing is, what can the people feel from the government? How are they seeing it? Is the government doing what the people want? For the issue of AAU, everybody that I've met so far have applauded the governor for releasing 500 million monthly subvention to AAU. And that is how it should be. The government should see things that are wrong and fix them. Like in the speech, not just 500 million naira for AAU. He spoke about security, and all of us knew how it was before his inauguration. But today, everywhere is cool and calm. He spoke about the issue of roads. So many people don't understand that between Temboga and Lucky Way, there are 5 adjoining streets that the governor is doing as we speak. I don't want to talk about Ute. I don't talk about Renewal Charismatic Road at Topa Kema. This government is just 2 months old. I think what the opposition should be looking at is this government working? Have they started what they promised Edo people in the 5-point agenda? I think that should be the driving force, not the issue of he's not talking, the speech is not long. In the speech, he hinted what he has started doing, and these things are verifiable. It is not what they just say on the paper. It's verifiable. So me personally, I want to applaud the governor for releasing 500 million naira to AAU. Yes.
All right. Now, someone saying that is focusing more on AAU. What about other aspects? Because right now, as it stands, some schools will need attention. Given that huge amount to AAU, do you think it's going to affect the preparation, the quality and standard of some other schools like secondary or primary schools? Please take it up from there.
Yeah, thank you. When we are talking about these school issues, how can the governor that has not even spent up to 3 months in duty giving 500 million to OAU? What is he saying they should go and use that money for? One. Secondly, is that money going to the proper area? We're talking about security. Since November 12, a lot of arrogant people have been controlling these states. The security is worse. Then you are giving 500 million to one school. What about the foundation that the former administration did? Is that school not okay? Then where is the purpose of the 500 million? And we still have a lot of primary school, secondary school today where we need attention. There are a lot of schools there today, their roof is still leaking. There are no sheds, there is nothing. I'm not complaining that I'm not complaining about the administration now. Yeah. But
no, if you want to complain, you have the right to complain.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Why I said I'm not supposed to complain? Why? Because it's just a new government that they have not even spent up to 6 months or a year. But for now, this same thing that is doing now is doing this road, is doing that road, is that same road not the former administration uncompleted road? Has he just coming out to say, okay, this is the manipulation that I want to do this road? Is from the former administration that is somehow as if maybe is doing the continuity. So that road that is doing, the one you said in Upper Ekenwa Road, I was in that area, I know Bioko, I know that road has been under the former administration. And secondly, the other area that you are talking about, it should still also be former administration. So our governor should, because a lot of people are complaining, they're not the same for office. He has not been to the office, I've not been to government house to check for him, neither will say, okay, he's in the office. But let him sit down so that he should know the proper work to do to the people. Because even the people are still saying that, according to Destiny, he said is what the people need that they brought. Whether they're voting in or he came in there, but let him do the best. Why? Because second tenor is still there that we choose.
All right. Now, well, you heard Charles Okpebholo. He said, zooming in on just one school, give them 500 million naira monthly subvention, knowing fully that Nigeria even is complaining about cash and all of that it might just affect other aspects of education. That seems to be too much. I'm talking about other roads, like an offshoot of administration's work. Why would you want to claim credit for what has been ongoing? Noble.
Yes, I like this part of this conversation. You know, if you have checked my previous interview on this platform, I am a preacher of mindset. I am a preacher of structure. And on this platform today, I'm speaking from the perspective of the people. The people must look at the instrument of government. Stop looking at 500 million, 1 million, a road here. What are the structures? What are the policies? What are the platforms? Not the government is not supposed to give anybody money. If we need to come to governance, why is governor giving people money? Governor don't give people money. Politicians are not supposed to give you money. Remove it from your mindset. A president giving you money, a governor giving you money, a local government chairman is not supposed to give you money. They are policy makers. They create structure for you to make money. So the adult people must remove it from their mindset. Don't be sad. Don't be happy about the 500 million. It should not shake you. What you should start looking at is the policy that the government is putting in place or is about to put in place or seemingly may be put in place that will ensure that the structures are running for the institutions to develop regardless of who is in power. So let's come back to the 500 million. It's not supposed to, it's shifting our narrative now. Whether the 500 million should disturb other things that the government is supposed to do. It's shifting it. It's supposed to be an instrument that determines how money is shared in the tiers of government, in the agencies. It's not supposed to be when a person comes into power, then he goes and say, this is what happens to so place. No, it's supposed to be the instrument. I'm going somewhere, I'm shifting the conversation. I want the populace to begin to open their mind. Check the policies of government. Don't dance with one person in power. When that person leaves, the person ties the road at the back of your house, then you say he's a good governor. If he ties the roads in your village, he says he's a good governor. No. Look at the policy that is in place that will ensure that roads are being tied, even if it is 10 years from now. What are the policies put in place? However, let's come back to the subvention of 500 million. It's okay. Let's not look at it that he gave them. If it's a monthly subvention, that he's telling us that he wants from the state government coffers 500 million to be going to that university for their research and their development. Whether they use it well or not is not a problem. So the question that was asked, will it affect other arms of government? It will not. The country is rich. The state is rich. Is rich in IGRO, is rich in federal allocation, is rich in investment policies, investment expatriates. The country has money. Nigeria has never been broke, and those states has never been broke.
Oh, hold on, but you're talking about, you say that we are indebted, you say we are rich. How? I don't understand. As a standard culture report, those are heavily indebted, the country is heavily indebted, so where are you getting your statistics from?
Exactly. You see, I hope you are ready for this conversation because I'm ready. I hope you're going to drag, let's go down. You see, Nigeria is always indebted. And those states is always indebted. The countries of the world, even the American society, the American government is indebted. So debt is part of the economy. If you understand economics, debt is part of the economy. When you calculate the asset of a country, you calculate cash, you calculate debt, you calculate the one that is flowing that you cannot track, everything put together. So if you agree with me that debt is part of the economy, but let's not stop there. The debt that we always have as a state and as a country is a function of the political class. There is a lacuna that those in power always create out of borrowing, out of contract, out of suspense. There's a financial suspense that is created in government, between governance, between government institutions, between banking institutions.
All right. I will come back to you.
That you are not able to.
Hold on. No, Ahmed, please. Let us not just it. I know, just take note. When we get to your Tony Gocho, but let's move on to where destiny is. A destiny, I really wanted to really throw more light on this. We have the budget views right now in the studio about the subvention and of course some of the project being carried out by our governor, Senator Monday Okpebholo. Destiny, over to you. Destiny, are you there?
I'm with you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Yes. I let me correct one expression. You can teach later, just to kind of get a narrative or something. It's not what Edo people ordered for that is before us. You see, let me go back to the issue at hand. I have listened the issue of subvention that AAU is being singled out. How many Edo institutions do we have in Edo State? That is what we need to do, whether this government is starting in a proper footing or is trying to run a government of sectionalism. This is my institution. We must look at it. Because whether you like it or not, what he is dispensing now, it is our collective patrimony. As I rightly said, it's not the patrimony of one section of the state or of one party of the state. We have the Edo State Polytechnic there, which is at Tusen. We have the School of Agriculture, which is at Igwarahi. We have the College of Education in Abudu. We must look at, let's bring out the balance sheet and look at what is accruing to the other institutions. There and there we can now, have a very sincere discussion about this subvention. Till then, I will not comment on the subvention, whether because he has appointed his friend as the governing council, perhaps that is why he's sending that money there. That's a topic for another day. But for me, as I already said, I will not comment on the subvention until we get the even distribution to other institutions in the state. Till then, I can say, okay, let me try to put in one or two words on the issue of subvention to these various institutions. I think I beg to rest to depart from the issue of this subvention issue. I beg to because we must be very sincere. They talked about the issue of my friend there talked about the issue of security in the state. As we speak very just now, if you go through the ring road, which is the signature of all eyes in the state, it's a sorry state. It's in a sorry state. It's in a sorry state. We have had what happened during the Utah season of a certain about 2 or 3 or thereabout persons being killed inside the vehicle and what have you. And here you are telling us. See, for me, I will not see anything very concrete or substantial now, because his governorship is being questioned in the lockout. Till then, maybe, and then I'll have some then we'll be able to face it squarely as a Edo citizen this time, not as an opposition, as a Edo citizen, as a stakeholder in the Edo project. So for us, we must be dispassionately. We must look at it from every strata, from every angle, because Edo must work for us. The last week I said something that struck my mind, that the issue of policies, which is key. Policies is key. It's not whether the government is sharing, because there's this notion that government is sharing. I think that is what the present administration, that is what is in their mind. That is what their leaders have been saddled with. That yes, perhaps that's one of the reasons they fought the SY administration, because it wasn't sharing. And now the fact, yes, it's our turn to share. We've gone past the era of sharing. We've gone past the era of sharing. What we have on our hand now is to bring dividends of democracy very closer to the people. That's why some of us are a little bit not comfortable with the way the relationship between the local government and the state government now. We are not very comfortable, because whether you like it or not, the local government is closer to the people.
I will come back to you, Destiny. I will come back to you, okay? Now let's move over to New Jersey, where Honorable Higariba is standing by. You heard the concern of some of the analysts in the studio. What about other institutions? If 100 million is given to Ambrose Ali University, Okpebholo, what about other institutions like College of Agriculture, nursing, you just name it? Don't you think it's going to affect their own subvention? That is on one hand. On the other hand, the issue of road. You have one of them say this is just like continuation of the present administration. It's not cool for the present administration to take credit for what has been on the ground. Take it up from there.
Thank you very much once again, Wilson. I would like us to, have a sense of history to this conversation. Firstly, if I'll take our mind back to as far back as 2013, when Governor Shomole was in the saddle as governor of Edo State, he gave 500 million naira to Ambrose Ali University to renew the infrastructure in that university, which was, decaying. That was in 2013. In 2016, increased the subvention from the state government from 100 million, just take note of the figures, please, from 100 million to 254 million. That was in 2016. Governor Obaseki reduced the subvention to the school from 254 million to a paltry 41 million. That was what, so therefore, there was a backlog of a lot of things that were left undone. The school was left dilapidated for the most part. Of course, they didn't have, what was 41 million subvention going to do for an institution of that magnitude? If you convert that to US dollars, what would that be? What were they going to do? So Governor Okpebholo only came back to reverse it. So from 254 million to 500 million subvention, given the inflation rate today, it's about the same amount of money. So we have to be grateful that the governor is willing and was, very apt in quickly correcting that disturbing trend of setting aside a patronage for the 1 million subvention to a school like Ambrose Ali University that have produced people like Tony Elumelu, that have produced people like Pastor Chris Oyakhilome, and so many other, dignitaries across the country. Then we'll come to the road issues. If you go to the road situation, when I heard the other gentleman talked about a K1 road, for instance, a K1 road will have to be redesigned. There is no room for that kind of design in this 2025 that we are in. A road that was designed without covered drains, and you have open drains, and that can overflood and wash away kids who are coming from school. Comrade Oshomole, as far back as 8 years ago, all the major roads leading out of Ring Road, he took care of, from Airport Road to Mission Road to Sokomba Road to Oba Market Road down to Siloko Road to Ego. He took care of all of this. Akmakbava Forestry Road, Mission Road, he took care of all of that. The only road that was left leading out of Ring Road through Oba Market Road was a K1 road. And for 8 good years, Governor Obaseki left the road uncompleted. It is only a governor who have compassion for the people who have seen the need to go and take care of that road. So he's going to obviously redesign it to meet up with the standard that Oshomole took us to in terms of road construction. We can't have that kind of road. All of the roads he fixed, almost all of them are in dilapidated states, because roads are not constructed just for vehicular movement. They are constructed also for having in mind the safety of pedestrians. That's why you have sidewalks. Why do you cover drains? Because students, those drains can become overflooded and pose dangers to your citizens. That's why you cover drains. Of course, have street lights. Most of the roads that the former governor constructed are below par. And I know my friend in the studio is in agreement with me. If he has been around the world, if he has been to other states in Nigeria, you don't have such roads being constructed. We are especially in a place called Benin City. It's supposed to be a city. The road must be completely modernized the way former Governor Adams Oshomole constructed his roads, which are all very durable, and most of them stood the test of time. 10 years after construction, they are still standing strong and firm. Thank you.
We'll come back to you. I will come back to you. Well, right now, if you just joined us, this is TMI. We're taking a look at Governor Okpebholo's New Year's speech, the impact on Edo citizens. We'll go on a break. When we return, we will continue with the discussion. Don't go away.